What is going on, everyone? My name is Shane. I am with the Crypto Blend. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an ICO, doing an ICO review, looking at the project Yumerium. I got a few recommendations from people in our Discord channel to take a look at this ICO. Looks like the ICO is going live in about an hour and 20 minutes. So we're going to be covering the fundamentals. We'll take a look at what it is. We'll take a deep look into the white paper. The team. We'll look at some of the core development and some of the key features that I look for when looking into a project. Sorry for the disruption. But let's get started. So Yumerium, the blockchain-based incentivized open gaming platform, is specifically focused on VR. They're looking into the gaming industry, putting gaming on the blockchain, putting VR, tokenizing it so people can actually, gamers, users, and even the developers can all have a platform where they can profit by using the Yumerium token. Whether you're playing, whether you are the development team, whether you're just a reader or a reviewer, we'll cover that in detail a little bit more. But it talks about how they incentivize for your contribution. Okay, so again, if you look here, an hour and 26 minutes until the launch. What I did like, they do have a very clean, transparent website. The white paper really says it all. I took some time and really dove deep into that so we could take a look at that. I'm also live on Instagram, so I may, if there's some questions here, answer those. So Yumerium, it's got a few things here in the news. It's a quick video, talks about how, like I said, the developers and the gamers can both profit by using the Yumerium token. And it further goes on, talks about Subdream Studios. Subdream Studios is actually like essentially the umbrella company of Yumerium. We'll talk a little bit about Subdream Studios in depth, kind of give you an overview of them. VR Arcade. Okay, these are some of the partnerships. Some of the games that they have already started working on, the developers, to start integrating the Yumerium token. Crypto Mine, Hell Dimension, VR, Kingdom Watcher, and Mega Overlord. It looks like Mega Overlord is the one that is most current and active. Okay, you can kind of go in there and watch the trailers for the games, and also I will actually have in the description more links that you can go and do your own research on. This is a good time to mention this is not financial advice. This is just me and my enthusiasm for cryptocurrency and bringing to attention new projects and opportunities for the potential of profit and future success. Okay, you can look at their social channels here. Okay, if you're on Instagram right now, I am going to be placing my YouTube video. Just go to the Crypto Blend on YouTube and you'll find my Yumerium ICO review. Okay, we're currently on the Yumerium Twitter page with 5,800 followers. Not a huge following, but I mean, as for it being in the ICO stage, that's not too bad. Okay, so it looks like they've got some activity, posting within the last couple days. Okay, so you can dive deeper into this. They've got a Telegram channel. You can follow them on Facebook. Okay. I think the best option for us right now is to go to the white paper. That's going to give us the best detailed information. Okay, and I really like how they laid this all out. It's very transparent, very easy for for someone like me, I guess, or even someone who is curious about the project and wants to know more but doesn't need to be so technical. So to go over the abstract a little bit, crafted entirely on the fundamental principle, Yumerium is a platform to publish and promote games utilizing cryptocurrency and blockchain technology across all platforms, including PC, mobile, and VR. The goal of Yumerium is to create an ecosystem that revolves around game developers, which incentivizing gamers to play, win, and have fun. Yumerium introduces a groundbreaking platform that enhances the relationship between developers and gamers in various ways by facilitating the following: true ownership and scarcity of digital game copies and in-game collectible items bring in a new era of digital markets where games and items can be resold to the highest bidder, create limited editions of games and items. Reward with cryptocurrency allows game developers to attract motivated gamers and improve their critical retention metrics. Programmed rewards allocation set in the blockchain through smart contracts. For the first time ever, games can reap the rewards from in-game competition events safely and automatically. Customizable revenue sharing models where developers can determine their preferred allocation structure. Creative allocations such as allocating a portion of revenues directly to charity are now possibly directly within the smart contract. That's pretty interesting. Decentralizing prize pool programs traditionally run by marketing teams and publishers can now be directly controlled by game developers and gamers alike. Cutting out the middleman means value transfer to where it matters, game content creators and the consumers, instead of these big massive companies that are able to dump millions and millions of dollars into marketing and really monopolize the market. Community-based discovery marketing by incentivizing influencers on streaming to spread awareness about prize events taking place on Yumerium. Okay, so some of the key points there that I wanted to point out to you guys, that's kind of the foundation of what Yumerium is set out to do. If we look a little bit deeper into the white paper, a decade ago we watched, this is a key point here. A decade ago we watched new free-to-play model spur an exponential growth of gaming industry by attracting much bigger number of gamers than traditional pay-to-play model, and an innovation created 100 billion plus game market today. Here at Yumerium, we envision a new model to the earn to play instead of free to play, which they also started, was the free to play. Earn to play is the new model, will drive further growth of the gaming industry, further growth. Because if you can play and you can earn and you can develop and you can earn, and you can just interact within the ecosystem of the Yumerium, and get rewarded, there's a lot of incentive in that creates interaction, that creates involvement and continuous feedback in the use of the platform. So that's a big model that they're trying to introduce. This model works by incentivizing gamers to play by giving them tokens that can be sent like real money. This new model will also solve some of the inherent problems of existing models by adopting blockchain and smart technology that will free gamers and game developers from centralized distribution platforms today. Okay. So pretty significant mission. I mean, if we look at further down in here, it goes on to talk about the seed funding. So what I wanted to talk about real quick was the market opportunity right here. Okay, so the game industry has grown to an astounding $108.9 billion in revenue in 2017, establishing itself as the primary entertainment force in the world. With continued year-over-year growth, this increasing trend is forecasted to strongly continue. However, most of these increases in revenue are received by only the top companies. In fact, the top 10 companies own 54% of the global gaming market, with number one, Tencent, owning 10%. Yumerium aims to give tools and developers of all the budgets to reduce marketing costs with minimal development resources and raise player acquisition and retention. We look at this, we got 68.9 billion in 2020 and just in the mobile market. And with VR, obviously the phones are actually the VR device, right? You put the phone in the clip and it may change, you know, obviously it will change. Technology is evolving so much every single day. And so, but I mean, obviously these numbers are going to rise until then. But if we look, I mean, you know, the traditional systems, browsers and PCs, they're staying about the same, 3%, you know, downloaded PCs. So consoles and tablets, the big one is the smartphones. It's the mobile. Okay. Goes on to talk about how they reward people by using and interacting. Developers can actually put their game on the Yumerium network, or it would actually be the Subdream network, because that is the umbrella company that produces everything. But once a developer puts their game on this platform, users can actually go review. They're actually incentivized to review. And so even the readers are incentivized. So the readers of the, you know, the review or the development papers and stuff like that are incentivized when they give their feedback. Okay, and then that's based on the readers voting, right? So kind of creates a little system there. Yumerium creates a cheap alternative that does not currently exist in the market today by giving developers the tools to run their own decentralized prize campaign. They can reduce their marketing costs and use these savings towards the development of the game. This creates an environment where better games are created because great games can be more readily recognized among a sea of mediocre games. How many times have you gone and played a game that's just like the rest? You know, you've got Call of Duty. Think about how many games out there tried to recreate what Call of Duty did, but just in a different fashion, you know, just different setting, different characters, stuff like that. So it would give uniqueness to the gaming world. And like I said, it's over $108 billion market now, because that was in 2017. So this is their first game, and this is part of their what's up, Kenzie? That's my girlfriend. She's watching. So what they're talking about is the first game here. Sorry for the interruption, but this is the first part of their roadmap. They're going to be introducing this game into the Yumerium network. That's at the end of Q2. Currently, they are in the ICO phase. The ICO phase starts here within the next hour, actually, since I've been talking. But that is the first part of it, and we'll go over the roadmap here in just a sec. Right here, actually. So this is the first part of it. Actually, I'm sorry. This is actually this is, so pay to play, free to play, earn to play. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Okay, but then you got the Yum token smart contracts. Similar to other cryptocurrencies, the Yum token smart contract can be used as a currency to purchase games at a discounted price or in-game items. Yum tokens can only be obtained by playing games with token reward campaigns, reviewing games with the influencer compensation program, or purchasing from the Yumerium native token reserves. Using the smart contracts in order to make the token distribution, the token allocation for people using their platform. It goes on to talk about how it works, how the reward system works. Okay. So gamers can set up rewards for gamers with Yumerium however they want. For example, giving out Yum for winning a Yum token, for winning a tournament, watching promotional videos, sharing links to social networks, leaving reviews for their game, etc. Through this cryptocurrency reward system, gamers will be more incentivized to participate in the community proactively. So this is the main focus of Yumerium, is gaining that interaction, is gaining that having those incentives to keep people on their platform. So like let's say if Facebook had something similar to that, they would have so much more user retention, because, you know, it's not just about posting about your life now. It's posting to gain reaction in order to win or earn Facebook tokens. They don't have that yet, but in this case, Yum tokens for using their platform. Initially, this incentive will be funded from the marketing fund pool, but over time, we expect game developers to spend their marketing dollars for this type of reward, which would be much more efficient marketing tool than traditional tools. We will provide a system in which game developers can use their marketing budget as rewards within Yumerium. So I like the structure, the layout, how they've done this. Okay, they talk about influencer compensation. So people that you've got people like Superman, you've got Ian Bellina, you got crypto, and then you've got the crypto blend influencers, but really compensating those people for doing a review on Yumerium and getting that awareness. Goes on to talk about that, the decentralized crowdfunding. So in 2016, there were 2,000 games funded through Kickstarter, and roughly half of them raised more than 500,000. However, running a crowdfunding campaign can be difficult for both developers and fans. Developers want to be well funded and provide awesome games, and fans want to make sure that their pledges are not squandered. Decentralized crowdfunding gives more assurance to both members by running the campaign on the blockchain. Okay. So if you're watching now, it looks like I got some people watching. I'm doing a Yumerium ICO review. You can check it out. If you haven't seen the rest of this video, you can check it out on my YouTube. It's at the Crypto Blend. So we'll go ahead and see you there. I'm finishing this review up. Okay, so Yumerium seed funding talks about how they are working with their partners for their seed investment. Yumerium solution summary. So we'll kind of cover this. This is a few of the key topics. Industry problems. Game marketing is too expensive. The Yumerium solution, it reduces middlemen in the marketing process and give the tools directly to developers. Games are siloed on each platform, and the solution is gamers own their own content outright. Game piracy makes limited copy run impossible. Blockchain verifies ownership of the limited edition copy. Game revenues are not shared appropriately. Game publishing smart contract ensures the appropriate allocation of funds. Digital games cannot be resold, but with the solution, blockchain licenses can be resold on the Yumerium platform. But if players wait for pirated games instead of buying, it incentivizes early consumers with token rewards and limited copies. Player retention requires continuous game updates and support. Solution, it gives developers tools to run campaigns intermittently, elongating the update cycle. And just it goes on a few here. But then if we look at the different development and technology, Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, NEO, and compare that to Yumerium, Bitcoin has the public trustworthy ledger, Ethos, EOS, and NEO both have the public trustworthy ledger and smart contracts, while Yumerium has public trustworthy ledger, smart contracts, token rewards, limited copies, influencer compensation, which we went over before, decentralized crowdfunding. Okay, so kind of gives that comparison. Yumerium is open source, meaning that anyone who is a developer can go onto GitHub and work on the source code and help develop this game, which is another thing that Yumerium provides. Again, like I said, the developers are being compensated for their work, which is pretty big, especially if you want your project to succeed. You want someone who knows what they're doing, for one, but also to incentivize that person by giving them maybe your Yumerium tokens to work on the project, especially knowing if you know or you expect your coin to have any long-term value. Goes over the token reward system. We're gonna skip through a lot of this because it goes really into depth on the overview of each section. I'm not gonna sit here and read it all to you. That wasn't what this was intended to be. Okay, so let's look at the roadmap here. Phase 1, we're currently in phase 1, almost at the end of quarter 2, which is their phase 1 is research and development using, I almost lost my Instagram. Okay, we're back. Research and development using Mega Overload, so that's the game, and VR Plus as a test case. So that's phase 1, so they're gonna put Mega Overlord on the test net, or on the Yumerium network to test it, and then when they move into quarter 3, they've got 3 other games that they're gonna be introducing to the network. Also at the end of quarter 2, they will be, they want to have their own tokenization. And then in quarter 4, launch strategic partner games and native games on Yumerium such as CryptoMine. So they've got a few projects or games in the works. So it goes on to talk more in depth about each phase here. If you're watching on Instagram, make sure that you go and watch the full version of this on my YouTube at the Crypto Blend, doing a Yumerium ICO review. Okay, the ICO launches in probably about 30 minutes. You know, again, not financial advice. This is just me being excited about crypto and sharing it with you. Okay, here's another visual of the Yumerium timeline. Okay, we are currently in May, Yumerium public sale. We're currently about to be in the public sale. They had a private sale back in March. They update one game to use Yumerium tokens, which will be the Overload, excuse me, I keep getting that mixed up. And then you can see on into 2019. Okay, the token sale, that's good information to know. You're gonna wanna know when you're looking into ICOs and different projects in general, what the total supply is gonna be. You wanna know what the reserve is, how much the team is going to be allocated, how much they can seed back into the market, because you know if you've got a large market cap, or not market cap, but total supply of tokens. So in this case, Yumerium will be capped at 633 million. You know, if they had billions in their market cap, or excuse me, their circulating supply, their total supply, and a big portion of that was allocated on reserve, they could seed that back into the market and basically dilute the price, if that makes sense. So to increase the ecosystem, the foundation will have a budget of an additional 184 million tokens that can be used later. So that's what I'm talking about. They'll have another additional 184 million. So closer to 1 billion tokens of the total supply. So 10% is going on reserve, 20% goes to the team advisors, 20% goes to network seeding, and 50% will be to the token sale. So that includes the private sale and the public sale that's going on right now. The token sale schedule discount plan shows, you know, if you were in the pre-sale, which starts right now and goes till June 9th, you'll get a 30% discount for whatever you put in. So 30% of what you put in will be, you get that back in tokens. Okay, the second pre-sale is from June 10th to the 25th will be 20%, June 26th to 10th will be 10%, and the main sale, July 11th till the 24th, will be 5%. So it looks like the ICO will be over just after July, by the end of July, excuse me. Then it goes on to talk about the certain amount of allocation that you put into the program or the project. You know, if you're putting 10,000 to 50,000, you get more, or 50 to 100. You know, 1 million to 3 million into the project, you're getting a 60% bonus. So if you're putting some money in there, you definitely will have some tokens. And then they talk about, so the allocation that the team, the marketing, the directors, the advisors will get. It talks about what those what that investment will be used for. Game development, marketing, platform development, open source SDK development, native token development, website and community operation costs, legal and other fees. Okay, it breaks it down really nicely. If you look at the white paper and you're watching on Instagram, I'll have a link in my YouTube video, but you know, it breaks down each of the sections on their percentages and why they think that they need that sort of allocation for that benefit. Okay. If you're watching, let me know. Okay, again, Subdream Labs, with a vision to disrupt the gaming industry with the advent of blockchain and smart technology, contract technology. We founded Subdream Labs that brought key talents from Subdream Studios and VR Plus, who have extensive experience in gaming industry, along with the experience in blockchain and smart contract technologies provided by Exa Labs. So right here, this is essentially the whole collective foundation that is operating and will be using the Yumerium network. You got Herbit and VR Plus on the outskirts of Subdream Studios. Something I also found interesting was HTC. You don't really see that a lot anymore. HTC is like a mobile company, I guess, just like you've got Samsung and all those other ones. So HTC is actually one of their seed investors. So they've actually got equity within Yumerium, along with all these other ones: Dena, Bridge, Link Capital, Cognitive, Genesia Ventures, Macro. Okay, talks about VR Plus and how it's all over Korea, Gangnam, like the song Gangnam Style. Over 30 locations in Korea. They started in 2016. It's starting to rain where I'm at. Exa Labs, okay, started in 2018, February. Not going to dive too much into that. We're diving into the team. I want to finish up here, wrap this up as quick as I can. Jikan Jung, I don't know, it's a Chinese name or Korean name. A serial entrepreneur, brings over 15 years of gaming industry experience, CEO of Subdream Studio, so he actually owns the umbrella company, a gaming studio focused on making games on innovative platforms. He was also he worked for, what was it? Home Depot. He was part of their technology department in setting up like these machines that would clean Home Depot, automated. It was really interesting how what they were talking about. But he looks like a key player. Oh, I'm losing you guys. Peace out, Instagram. My phone's dying. That sucks. Okay, then we've got Francisco Martin, Chief Gaming Officer, a recent graduate. Francisco has an impressive portfolio given his 2-year experience in the industry. As the CTO of Subdream Studios, he released Galaga Fever, a VR take on the classic. Okay, none of this fucking matters. Excuse my language. None of this matters. The team, these two right here, the gaming officer and the executive officer, are some big hitters. Takes a look at some of their development team. Okay, they've all got experience. These are the advisors. Okay, you can look deeper into the team. Goes on to talk about the partnerships and the different equity partners in the news, Yahoo Japan. Okay, so on and so forth. So overall, guys, I really think that the Yumerium project is quite a decent project. I mean, I guess we'll see. What I like is they already have prototypes of the games out. You know, all they need to do is put those games on the network and then start getting that the adoption, people using their platform, sorry about that. And I think this project will really take off. VR is a very big industry, and I think that Yumerium has a pretty big stake in the company overall, or not in the company, but the market overall. In closing, guys, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If there's anything that you would add to this video, maybe something that I missed, something that you would like to see, I'm definitely going to come back and review all these. As far it is in ICO, so we'll see what it does over the next couple months, and I'll come back and do the Yumerium review. But I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash up the like. Also, subscribe to my page. I have a Discord channel that is totally free. All you have to do is go to thecryptoblend.com and select the free option. We do provide premium. Just bring a friend and you get that automatically, which is signals. We do news, we do community, we do charts, you know, the whole thing, everything crypto in one space. So definitely join thecryptoblend.com. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next review. Peace out.